What's up, YouTube? It's been a while. Might as well do a video, right? Cool. One Take Luke here. I'm going to talk about camera gear and why it matters. There are so many people that have made it that will come out and tell you gear doesn't matter. I'm inspired to make this video because of one person. His name is Chris Howell. He shoots with Peter McKinnon, Matty Apoya, and a lot of the guys from Canada. I'm not from Canada. I'm actually from Alabama, hence the southern accent. Tennessee also. Tennessee, Alabama state line. Little town callard Ardmore, Tennessee. Half the town's actually in Alabama and half the town's in Tennessee. It's weird, I know. But there's a lot of weird going on in the world lately. This little heart-to-heart one take is all about gear. I shoot with the Canon R6 and also the Canon R5. Let me say something. These cameras have made my life easier. Why have these cameras made my life easier? Well, because they're mirrorless. I, like so many other millennials, have used their cell phones to take pictures for the last, I don't know how many years cell phones have been around as far as like the mirrorless aspect, iPhone, yada, yada, whatever you want to talk about. But what I will say, with the advent of mirrorless cameras, life has got a lot easier. And one of the biggest things about these cameras that makes my life easier is I detect autofocus. I detect autofocus. And I've made videos about this before, and I just want to make another video about it right now. You can also shoot, let's see, with EF lenses on the RF mount cameras and all that good stuff. And all of these lenses that you use will work hand in hand with your detect autofocus capabilities of the R6 and the R5 and even the EOS R and also the EOS RP, which is not a bad camera. It's so important to, as you go further along in your career, you get better gear. But here's the thing also. If you have the opportunity to invest and you have the money initially to get some of the best gear, you should. Because like me, when I first got started, I used a Nikon D3300, which is a very, very entry-level based camera. It's a very, how do I say this? It's very limited in what it can do. I believe it does 24 and even 60 at 1080p, I think. Could be wrong, but it's a very capable camera. It's a wonderful camera. But I quickly upgraded to the D750, which is a full-frame Nikon camera. It's a great camera. It's still an amazing camera. Those that still use it, love it. And I wish no ill will towards those people. But for me, for the longest time, I would always say things about Canon. Canon this, Canon that. And I find myself shooting with Canon cameras simply because mirrorless. If you are a photographer and you've been using DSLRs for a minute, maybe it's time to consider the mirrorless camera system, whether it be Sony, whether it be Canon, or whether it be Nikon. And now the reason why I switched over to Canon from Nikon, this was in my DSLR years, to be honest. And I did it because dual pixel autofocus and video. When you buy a Canon camera, you basically get a videographer's camera and also a photographer's camera in one, especially with dual pixel autofocus capabilities. Now, I believe on the horizon, we have a new flagship camera coming out probably the later part of this year, maybe 2022. It's called the R1. Rumor has it. It's kind of like Adele. Rumor has it. It's going to be fantastic. I believe it's going to have quad pixel autofocus. And I've done a little research into that. And quad pixel autofocus is simply put better than dual pixel autofocus. Guys, these cameras are getting so smart. They know exactly where to focus. They know exactly where not to focus. And it's kind of like the cameras have become AI. And one awesome YouTuber that keeps investing in the gear, keeps investing into the ideology of computational photography is Tony Northrup. He understands what he's talking about. And when he talks about computational photography getting there, but not there yet, it's almost there. And let's just say it's a baseball game. Mirrorless cameras are the home run. They really are. Now, when they first came out, they were junk. And to be honest with you, within the last year or so, they've just got out of that junk phase. One take. So here I am. I'm looking you in the eye and I'm saying, invest into mirrorless cameras. and learn them and study them because they are the future. The digital single lens reflex camera, right here, 1DX Mark II, they will not be able to compete nowhere near as well as the mirrorless cameras compete with any form of photography very soon. So learn it, get into it, understand it, appreciate it. And a special shout out to Chris Howell. Your recent video about the gear, talking about gear matters and stuff. You're a cool guy. I'd like to meet you. Pretty awesome. You ever down in North Alabama, you see this video, come see us. Come see me. Would love to meet you. Have you guys a great day. One take, I know. See you soon.